you need to step back and watch. And the main thing you need to watch is you. Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Untitled Tarot. Now, I've been saying in my recent videos that I'd wanted to look at Mars ingress Capricorn as Mars enters the sign of Capricorn, which is now like a week and a bit ago. Mercury retrograde happened to me. I've had some technical issues and some other commitments as well. So I'm now doing Mars transit Capricorn readings, and that's what today's reading is going to be. It's a bulk introduction as usual. There'll be a timestamp down below for you to fast forward to the actual reading. Again, I would advise watch your sun, your moon, your rising sign, and if you know where your Mars is, watch your Mars sign as well. Mars is exalted in Capricorn. Mars is empowered in Capricorn. Saturn is at home there, but Mars is made incredibly welcome and worshipped. That Martian energy will help us push forward in a great way. So what I'm planning on doing is an oracle card spread. I would normally say the reading is for you or it isn't, but it's an oracle card spread. Take what is useful for you, consider the rest. But that's what I'd say about the whole reading. Even if it is for you or if it isn't, consider it all. Take what is useful and consider the rest. And if you normally in my tarot readings, I'd say it comes as a job lot, and that's why I want you to consider it, because it may well be that if there's a bit of it that's not for you, it's all not for you. Shouldn't apply today, however. Oracle cards with tarot guidance. You can ask a question with this one. So pause the video if you have to. Think about all the questions that are around you. Choose one of them, especially anything related to something that you are wanting to push forward in your life. Or something about changing the structure of your life, and we'll see what the oracle cards say. All the other details are in the description down below, plus a link to getting a free birth chart. Plus, while you're down there, press the subscribe button. Right, let me bring up the cards. So Aries, as I was dealing these, as you'll have seen in the shuffle video, we got off to a cracking start with the dominant energy being the Tower. So structures around you, Capricorn, are being shaken to their firm foundations. They are, and I do want to say firm foundations, but I think the maybe structures that you have dressed these foundations up in, they don't hold up so well. That's the whole point of the Tower energy. This is clarified by the Archangel Gabriel from the Akashic Tarot. That's what this second row here is. Who is the divine messenger, the angel of Annunciation, the angel who announced to Mary that she was pregnant. And then we got a whole string of tarot cards. Let me just change cameras. We got a whole string of tarot cards, literally with a lot of these, with the Quantum Oracle, with the Crystal Power Tarot. The cards flew out and wanted to be out. So with this Tower, there is an announcement that you may well be making. And I do feel that this is really coming from you. It could be coming to you, but I'm feeling more coming from you, from something deep within. It is affecting your home life. 10 of Pentacles. It is affecting your home life for the better. But we have 10 of Pentacles, the Tower, 6 of Wands, and the Magician. Okay, so your home life, as it stands here, is represented as good. There is good, strong bonds around you. And the Tower shakes all of that, because I don't want to say threatens, and I don't want to say upends, and I don't want to say that any of the good things are lost, but the way they all fit together is changed, and it's changed quite dramatically, and it's changed in a way that creates victory for you. It brings you into your own power, which is quite an interesting series of events. So your home life is not harmed by this, but it is severely changed by this. But this helps you come into more power. So from the Quantum Oracle, like I was saying, we have cards wanted to jump out. So mirror, who or what is triggering you? So I would say it would be really, really useful exercise during Mars in Capricorn, which is, I think it's the end of March that Mars moves on, to have a look at those things where you're really finding that knee-jerk reaction, that indignation, that resentment for somebody else even opening their mouth. What is it about them that's making you react like that? Because 9 times out of 10, you're seeing something in them that you don't necessarily like in yourself. Now, whether that's because they have come to terms with something you haven't come to terms with, or that they are absolutely and utterly mirroring an image that an issue that you can see in them, but you don't necessarily see it in yourself. So looking for those sources of irritation, it's quite a useful exercise. I mean, that's true all of the time. But especially at the moment when you have the advantage of tearing down the structures that are around you, bear in mind we've got the tower twice here, tearing down those structures that are around you and replacing them with something better, replacing them with something fun. Because we have from the... Oh, is that one there? No, that's the Quantum Oracle. This is the Work Your Light Oracle, sorry. From the Quantum Oracle, we've got Joyous Fun, which is clarified by 5 of Scrolls, Diversity. And what this basically means, and this came up in your Waxing Moon reading as well, try everything. Literally, try everything. If you find an opportunity and you go, I've never done that before, do it. Just do it. You might get to the end and go, yeah, I'm not going to do that again. Fine. Or you might find something that you really, really enjoy. You are, going back to the Work Your Light, birthing a new age. You are working on your own inner temple. Now, by looking at what triggers you, you are clearing out. You are literally symbolically sweeping the floors of your own inner temple and getting rid of the dust and rid of the cobwebs and rid of the things that don't need to be there anymore, because your inner temple is a sacred place. And this is clarified by card number 20 of the Akashic Major Arcana, Will, Wisdom and Mind, which is all about bringing your power to bear to create alchemical change. Just as, again, telling the story of this tower moment that we've got in the first row. Now, it will be a slow process, Knight of Pentacles here, but it will be something that will develop, because as we're working along here, we're going from Knight to Queen. So try new things, try them. Now, here is a really interesting row. We have from the numerology card, Master number 22, always a good sign, Intuition, clarified by the Oracle of Delphi. There is 2 things that you need to look at. Perception, we've already started looking at perception. By, if you are irritated by something, start asking why. Perception and interpretation. So the Oracle would receive the messages from Apollo, who is sat here. In fact, let me just bring him into the camera. She would receive her messages from Apollo. He's here for every reading. I know he's not normally on camera, but he's always here. And then the priest stood next to her would be the one that would interpret the messages, just as I am looking at the cards and interpreting them how they make me feel. So there's 2 stages there. So you've got to remember that with the information that comes through for you, there's 2 stages for you as well. Now, Crystal Power Tarot. 6 cards. It was supposed to be 1, 6. But really interesting series. So I'll just pick the lot up. There is some form of union coming up for you that you are either providing or that you are receiving. The King of Roses is a very reliable, knowledgeable, practical person. He's Mr. Right or Mrs. Right, you know. But he's mainly a masculine force. But obviously, you know, gender of your choice. We're talking about energies here. But in terms of energies, he's Mr. Right. He's got it all. You know, he's got the patience, he's got the empathy, he's got the wherewithal, he's got the skills, he's got the strength, he's got the resources. That's the word. Because I don't want to say money. I want to say resources. So before that, this was clarifying. Page of Cups. I'm as young as I choose to feel. So again, we've got that concept of something new coming in, trying something new, a new concept being introduced to you, and you actually giving it a go with that youthful enthusiasm. This causes movement. 6 of Swords. I know that peaceful times will come. Well, we've obviously seen that you're getting irritated by things, and with that strong martial energy, especially for you, Aries, that irritation is a day-to-day hazard. But we've got this tower moment going on, which is going to cause you to erupt and go, this is who I am. So, yeah, you're going to be moving on from a previous circumstance, which is inspired by your intuition, by you trying lots and lots and lots of different things that you haven't thought that you would try before. I know peaceful times will come. This goes immediately to the 2 of Cups. I am worthy of the deepest kind of love. Now, again, like I say, this is a really good friendship or even a romantic relationship. But with the 2 of Cups, I also want to say it could be harmonizing the opposing elements within yourself, such as, you know, the divine union of the inner masculine and the inner feminine, but also the marriage of water and fire. I'm really, really drawn to that image from the Will, Wisdom and Mind. We have the alchemical symbol for fire and the alchemical symbol for water. So you're probably got some water in your chart, even though you're a fire sign, just as much as water sign people can have fire in their chart. And you can see how that would play off. Mars is very much a planet of fire. But 2 of Cups, I am worthy of the deepest kind of love. Now, that is also going to come after you've done this work of going, hang on a minute, why is that triggering me? Why am I reacting like this? Why do I dislike that person so intensely? Why am I so against trying this new thing, whatever it is? Like I say, all the opportunities, Spirit's opening doors for you at the minute by the looks of things, because out of the Oracle of Heaven and Hell, we have Vahuya, the angel of Vahuya with new beginnings. But the shadow side of this is Baal with anger. Okay, so do not get carried away with anger when that tower moment hits. Do not be carried away with anger when whoever is coming to irritate you irritates you. See that it is opening a door for a whole new time for you. A King of Swords, I trust my ability to make a strategic decision, which indicates to me that there's certain things that you are wanting to cut out. I mean, we've had 6 of Swords already, you know, so that you're moving forward and you're finding that love, sacred marriage, my cup brimmeth over sort of thing going on. Then followed by the 5 of Cups. So again, there's that image of something that is lost. But I believe that that is deliberately lost because it's quite a positive image in this deck. And I will move forward when the time is right. But I do want to say The time is right. This is what Gabriel is here to announce. This is what the Tower moment is. The time is right to move forward once you've done all of this work. And you've got till the end of March to do it. So crack on. Finally, with the Three of Pentacles, when I show my work, others give support. Now, the new beginning was of the Huya was clarified by the One of Sources, forces, the Akashic field. There is a lot of energy around you, Aries. There is a lot of information coming to you that you can absorb or not absorb. But again, it's all about perception and interpretation. So practice your perception, then look at your interpretation. But that will be an easier process once you've done the hang on a minute, why is this triggering me exercise. Back to the King of Roses and Mr. Right here. That is clarified by the devil. So as you know, I always clarify the devil with my demon possessed tarot, and that comes up with the Four of Wands from with person, knows all things hidden, which reflects on the next card as well. Knows all things hidden, answers truly about things earthly or divine, but the Four of Wands. There is a wonderful union coming up. There is a wonderful friendship bond, romance, internal sacred marriage coming up for you. Really, I want to say all three. You know, it's I'm not doing an either or. I'm feeling that there is all three things going on. And without that internal sacred marriage, you won't get all the other two. But just be careful about what commitments you make during such a dynamic time, because what is true now might not be true in 6 months' time. So absorb the information as it comes through. Enjoy the moment. Have the different experiences. Commitments, if you want to make them, can come later, because there is certain secrets that need to come out, and there is a certain amount of strategy needed in your action. Now, this final card here is the Tao Te Ching cards. Now, I've never used these in a reading before. I've had them years, but I'll just read this one verse of the Tao Te Ching. To do nothing. The Tao always does nothing, but nothing remains undone. If the ruler observes this, the myriad creatures will act of their own accord. After their metamorphosis, desire will arise. It will press them down with the power of the uncarved block, the Tao. The nameless uncarved block is free from desire. Absence of desire will lead to stillness, and the world under heaven will be harmonized by itself. So what I'm getting in concert with all of this, with your tower moment, with your mirroring, with your perceptions, with the new beginnings with the Akashic field, you need to step back and watch. And the main thing you need to watch is you. You need to watch your own reactions, not as in a, you need to watch what you're doing, young man, but as in a, okay, that happened. So what's going on there then? What's this about? Why is that event causing that reaction and that emotion? Does that make sense? Do I accept that logic chain? Do you know, should one of these things naturally lead to another, or can I just sit back and watch where it's nice and quick, peaceful and quiet? Because you need to exercise your intuition. And the first thing, the way I always taught to meditate was you listen. I mean, yeah, there's exercises where you focus on your breathing and what have you, but this is the one that clicked it in for me. You sit there, yeah, you slow your breathing, you just relax. Don't worry about your breathing so much. We're not doing some form of yogic pranic exercise here. We're just being. So breathe slower, but however feels comfortable. In, hold, out, hold. In, out. In, out. whatever feels comfortable. But listen. Listen for every single sound that you can hear and identify it. Oh, there's a car horn going. Ah, that's somebody walking outside the building. Ah, there's my cat scratching upstairs. She's not, by the way, she's just asleep on the sofa. But you see what I mean? You identify each sound, and if it's not a threat, dismiss it, move on to the next sound, and the next sound, and the next sound. And then you hear your mind going rabbit, 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 rabbit. But rather than having the thoughts, simply sit back, listen to them. If they are no threat to you, dismiss them, move on, next one please. If they are a threat to you, get up and do something about it, which in this term is looking at what mirrors you, and looking at what is triggering you, and saying, okay, why? Do you know what I mean? So that is the inner mental equivalent of getting up and doing something about it. And eventually, your mind won't shut up. It's just going to keep going on. But eventually, it can become like a radio station that's on in the next room. And you just fade it out and you listen to the next level. And then the next level, and then the next level over years, or months. After all, we're in quite a exciting time, aren't we? So you will do everything by doing nothing, taking that verse from the Tao, but do everything, try everything new. New beginnings, leave the old behind, let it get shaken down. Nothing of any worth will be damaged. Right, so I'm still going to be doing the quick readings for the Mars crossing the eclipse point last Sunday. That was 17 minutes, so 18 minutes nearly. Yeah, these are going to take longer than I thought, aren't they? So hopefully the Mars eclipse point readings, I'll do them nice and short. All right, so keep posted. Your monthlies will be out soon. Although not at this rate, if these readings take that long. There might be a few days late. See you later.